今回はシェイディンハルのサイドクエストから始めます。
Poor Tivella. I hear she is turning Shadenhall inside out looking for... Raith Lathandis is one of the greatest painters in all Cyrodiil. Sadly, he's gone missing. His wife Tivella is beside herself with grief. Blessings of the shadow upon you.
ライスの家に行くと、妻がライスの捜索の依頼をするので承諾して探します。
I'm Tivella Lathandis. I apologize that I can't give you the respect a guest in my home would normally receive, but I am at my wit's end. I am sorry to be so forward, but I desperately need your help. It seems that my husband, Raith, has gone missing, and I just don't know what to do. Yes, my husband is the Raith Lathandis. Have you heard of him? You haven't? That's strange. Raith is known far and wide as one of the best painters in all Cyrodiil. His specialty is setting the Great Forest to canvas. The paintings look so amazingly real that some say they can see the trees sway in the breeze. That's a silly notion, of course, but it just goes to show the attention to detail Raith uses when he paints. Yes, Raith likes to work in his studio with the door locked so no one can disturb him. He usually comes out to eat dinner and sleep, but 2 days ago he didn't come out at all. At first I wasn't worried. He does that occasionally. But when he didn't come out for a full day, I unlocked the studio with the key he said to use only in emergencies. It turned out he wasn't inside. I'm sure he never left that room, so I have no idea where he's gone. Please, help me find Raith. I love him dearly, and I am so worried. Oh, thank you so very much. Here's the key to Raith's studio. You may come and go as you please. If you need me, I'll be around the house. Do hurry. I miss my love so much. Do be careful.
絵を調べると中に入ることができ、ライスがいるので話します。
Where did you come from? You look real enough. You must be from the outside. Oh, thank goodness someone finally came. Well, I'm overjoyed to see a friendly face. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. You're stuck here like I am. Sorry to break it to you like that, but if it wasn't for that annoying thief, we wouldn't be in this predicament. I was in my studio when a Bosmer wearing dark clothing accosted me. Before I could call for help, he knocked me unconscious. When I came to, I found that the door to my studio was still locked and that the thief had snatched my paintbrush. That's when I saw it. There was something on the canvas of my painting that I hadn't put there. It looked somewhat like a troll, but it was badly done. Then it hit me. The Bosmer must have leapt into the painting, then painted guardians inside to protect himself using the brush of true paint. I knew the secret of my success would be revealed one day. I can tell you all about the brush if you like. Very well. The brush showed up several years ago in the possession of an artist who was serving in the Arnesian War of 396. It seems an errant fireball had exploded next to him, and he lost the use of both arms. He was a stubborn man who didn't want to give up his talent. Being a devout follower of Dibella, he prayed to her for something that would allow him to express himself once more. She heard his plea and gifted him with the brush. It said the bristles of the brush are woven from Dibella's own hair. That injured man was my father. He passed the brush on to me, and I intend to pass it along to my kin one day. Did you want to know how it works? The brush allows the artist to paint from within a canvas. It opens a portal into which the artist may enter to paint things life-sized. All the painter has to do is have the brush in his possession, and whatever he imagines appears in the canvas. Of course, I'd like to wave it around anyway. It makes me feel more like a legitimate painter. I guess it all doesn't matter now. Unless you can defeat those painted trolls, we have no chance of getting the brush back. The trolls that the thief painted seem to have turned on their creator and killed him. He didn't know the brush had its risks. The creatures are now loose all over the forest and in the clearing where I was still working. The brush is on the body of the Bosmer thief there. I will not be able to help you. I am not a warrior. But take these bottles of turpentine. They might help. Do be careful. I'll have to remember to remove the trolls from my painting before I complete this piece. Be cautious, friend.
トロールを倒すと真我の絵筆が手に入るので、それをライスに渡してこの世界から脱出します。
Let me go paint us a good work. Now I can paint the portal home. After it's complete, you must go first, or else you'd be stuck in here forever. Follow me. I don't know how to thank you. You have a good heart to help me get back home. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Here, please take this apron as a token of our friendship. It's not much, but perhaps it will help you in the future. All I ask in return is to keep the brush's existence secret. If word gets around that I have it, I'm afraid more than a lone cut purse will visit me. Safe journey, Sergio.
Please, show the hospitality of our home. So you're not supposed to be in...
次はコロール城のクエストです。
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Valga of Coral. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation. We're a mountain people, tough, independent. County Coral is rich in mines and timber, wool and mutton, and hard-working people. As the head of the Elder Council, High Chancellor Okato is the de facto ruler of the Empire for the time being. I'm sorry, but the investigation is a secret, and I don't trust you enough to discuss it with you. You seem the trusting type. Perhaps you can assist me. It seems someone has taken away an heirloom that is quite dear to me. I want you to help me recover a stolen painting. The painting was of my lost love, the Count Valga, and it has been stolen from my bedchamber. If you find the painting and bring the culprit to justice, you shall be justly rewarded. What say you? Very well. I suggest you begin to gather clues. And I warn you, do not accuse the wrong person, or I shall be quite cross with you. Here are some keys. They should allow you access to many of the restricted areas in Castle Coral. You are? There is a positively gorgeous home for sale right on the main plaza. You'll be hard-pressed to find a nicer home for sale in Cyrodiil. It's a pleasure to have you become a citizen of Coral. I'll take care of the deed. Here is your key. The house is on the main plaza, between the statue and the chapel. The last tenant of Arborwatch has cleaned the place of furniture. I'd recommend stopping by Northern Goods and Trade. The owner, Cedneus, should have everything you need. Your best bet is to speak to residents of the castle. Once you have found out all you can, search for physical clues. Good luck, investigate.
では、聞き込みを開始します。
I was with the Countess all evening. Didn't see a thing. You too.
まず、シャネルから話を聞きます。
Hello. Are you searching for something? The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night. Don't know why anyone would visit the other cities of Cyrodiil. The stolen painting was of Count Volga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information. Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you. Until your return.
You really thought that Uma
二人目で
in
す。
the sky over the Imperial City? I would have liked to have seen that. I don't trust you enough to reveal details about the castle to you. I don't remember seeing Chanel or Orgnoff that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all the rain falling. As far as Chanel and Orgnoff go, they seemed fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnoff recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since. Take care.
Hello.
あと3人いるので、聞き込みをします。
Countess Valga's attendant. Welcome to Coral. The Countess is in attendance. Proper etiquette is expected. My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habit. They say the Fighters Guild got all the trolls in Swamp. Fare thee well. Tidings, citizen.
You again? So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something? The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading. So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me. I just feel safe Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man. Back to work for poor old Orgnolf. I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, captain of the Coral Guard. What can I do for you? I'm sorry I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Coral. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me. Farewell.
西の塔と食堂で証拠を集めたら、シャネルの部屋で絵の具を探し出してから彼女を告発します。
Hello again. I hope your search for the painting goes well. Are you accusing me of taking the painting? You have strong evidence, but I do not trust you enough to speak true my motivations. Are you accusing me of taking the painting? Very well. I confess to the crime, but please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga. It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me. I was careless to leave my art supplies around the castle like I did. I suppose I was easy to discover. You have your criminal. Congratulations. I am ashamed that I took the painting, but my love for the Count was greater than you could imagine. We've already been through this. I am undone.
あとは依頼人に報告してクリアです。
Greetings, Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results. Whom did you accuse? I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Coral and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Coral again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it. Did you hear about Renaud Germain's long-lost twin brother returning to Cop? Now, I hear there's a stranger in town asking about them. A dark elf from back east, they say. Farewell.
次のクエストは歩いていたら呼び止められました。
It was kind of you to escort the Germains back to Weatherlane. However, the original owner of Weatherly left them an even greater legacy. In fact, there's quite a bit more to their family history than meets the eye. Want to hear about it? Excellent. Curiosity should never be denied, is it not so? And who knows, my story may prove profitable to both of us once it has come to its end. My tale actually begins with the father, Albert Germain. He was once in my employ, or should I say, the employ of my organization. He was very good at obtaining things that people did not want to part with. A professional thief, to put it bluntly. He was assigned to obtain a very valuable item for me. He succeeded, but decided to keep this item for himself. An unfortunate decision. He fled from Coral with his family and was never heard from again. Only his small son Renaud was found, wandering alone in the wilderness. Naturally, my associates and I believed he had perished. The wilderness is, after all, a dangerous place. No place to take your family. Then, these many years later, voila, the brother reappears. It seems the rest of the family did not die in the wilderness after all. Indeed. What is the point of my tale? Albert Germain builds Weatherly way out in the middle of nowhere. He was a thief, not a farmer. The only reason to establish such a place would be to stay out of the Coral God's sight. I believe that the item Albert stole, which rightly belongs to me, was hidden at the Weatherly settlement. Unfortunately, the notorious Red God Valley ogres ransacked the place and probably took all of the loot back with them. If you were to obtain this item somehow and bring it to me, I would pay you very well for it. I can get you started by telling you where the ogres live. The rest is up to you. There isn't much to tell you about Albert Germain. He was one of my best, and he got greedy. The rest is history. Gilbert and Renaud know nothing of their father's past deeds. If you want to tell them about it, suit yourself. I'd lived in the Imperial City for a while. I do not care to describe it. You will know it when you see it, I think. It is not something one of the ogres should have in his possession.
Deは、この洞窟の中にいるオーガを倒して剣を取り戻します。城にいるレースに剣を渡したら、兄弟のところへ行って話をしてクリアです。
Welcome to Coral. Many years ago, when the Count was still alive, a daring thief stole the ancient honor blade of Coral from out of this castle. Why? This is incredible. I never thought to see this sword again. How did you... Never mind. One should not look a gift horse in the mouth. Please accept my thanks on behalf of the people of Coral for restoring this sword and the honor of our city. As a token of our gratitude, I bestow upon you a symbol of honor and heroism, the escutcheon of Coral. You've done a great service to Coral, and you should be proud. The Countess is in attendance. Proper etiquette is expected. Fare thee well.
What's new? My father was a great man. I'll not hear your lies. You have something to tell me about my father? I'm at a loss for words. Already I've heard that the honor blade rests again in Castle Coral, and the escutcheon of Coral you have is all the proof I need. My father had told us that he had hidden something away for us, something to provide for our future, but I never imagined it was this. I'm sorry you had to be tasked to right this wrong that my father was responsible for. Once again, you've stuck your neck out for us. Maybe in the past my family was notorious, but never let it be said that the current Germains don't pay their dues. I'd like you to have this keepsake. My father gave it to me when I was but a lad. I think you should have it. Thanks again, my friend. You are always welcome in our home. Honor suits you well.
今回はここまでにします。